What's up everyone? I'm really excited to be back. Thank you so much for your feedback that I got from you on Facebook and YouTube. And today I would like to continue my story and actually show what I do before I tell you how I do it. So when I started making cheese, it was more of a adventure journey to figure out how they used to make it. After some time, I figured out that it's possible to make it today that way, and I started making it and actually sharing my story just like I do now through video, but I started sharing that through pictures and text, and I started actually selling the cheese and other products that I make. And that was a really exciting part, because why I want to talk about creation part, because there are a lot of people on YouTube and just on social media who show what do they create, and usually our word creation is associated with like making some digital content nowadays. That would be videos or photography or any other artsy stuff. But it's more than that, because creation, when you take something that doesn't have that finished form and you out of that create something new, or when you take almost nothing and create something beautiful. And basically that's what I do. I take either milk and make cheese, or I take flour and water and make bread. And that is just so typical of creativity. And since I don't make it in a factory or some huge setting, but in a small environment at home, I have room to experiment and I have a freedom to create what I want. And if I don't like it, I just scratch it and start over. And what is even more amazing, that I don't only create, but I figured out how I can make this hobby into a living. In the country where I live, I'm able to sell it to people who enjoy it. And the part of this creative process, when you exchange your product for people's reaction, for their emotions. So in 2018 I really took my cheesemaking to a whole another level, when I decided it's not enough just to create for me, but I would love to share what I do. And that's what I started doing, creating these videos. Initially I was doing them only in Russian, but then I realized there's so many more people I think that would profit from my experience and what I do, just enjoying this journey together. Then I decided that I'm gonna do them in English, so I'm adding English subtitles to my previous videos and might be linking to some of them in the future videos, but I hope to provide as much value as I can, and perhaps a hobby like this could become something you make your living with. So without any more talking, every week I make about 100 pounds of cheese, and I was really lucky that I live with my parents right now, and we had the root cellar that we built mostly for vegetables and fruits. We were able to transform part of it into a small cheese room or cheese cellar, and that's where I age my cheese. And I believe part of why my cheese turns out as good as it does because of those aging environments. And as of right now, we have in total close to 1,000 pounds of cheese in our cheese cave. And in order to care for cheese, we have to flip it and brush it off twice a week. We usually do the Mondays and Thursdays. And another thing that I wanted to point out is how grateful I am for my relatives, for my family, who are supportive of what I'm doing. They supported me in the beginning when I started, when there wasn't much success. But now we're all working together, and in particular, as you see, my cousin, he decided to get some hands-on experience, try this craft, and if he likes it or not, I'm glad I'm able to share what I learned even with immediate people around me. Once again, thank you so much for your time. So please join our farm page, we call the Forest Farm here in Ukraine. And almost every day we share what we do here, and it's not just about cheese, but a lot of it is about cheese and bread. And I hope you enjoy it. And in the future videos I'll be going more into the specifics of what I do, how I do, and actually opening up what I've learned, so that might be helpful to you. Thank you so much once again for your attention, and you have a fantastic day. See you later, guys. Bye. I was sitting kind of on the roof, not really, but it has been raining like for I don't know, a week or so. It's not very usual for this area. Usually we have quite dry summers, but as of right now I'm just gonna show you around a bit. This is our small yard, some cars parked here, some visitors, and just a little bit of peek from under the roof. A little more on the other side.